Hi, I'm Jen for PetSafe brand. Today, we'll walk through introducing your dog to targeting. Targeting is a useful skill for training your dog on a variety of more complex tricks and behaviors. You will train your dog to touch the extendable target that was included with the teach and treat. From your dog's point of view, it's a bit like you're teaching him that the target is a button he can push to get a reward. In this lesson, your dog will gradually learn to target from a distance, target to your verbal commands, and to respond to the target when it's stationary on the floor. First, we'll introduce the target as a way for your dog to earn a reward via the teach and treat. Throughout this lesson, but especially at the beginning, when your dog is becoming comfortable with the target, make sure not to intentionally tap his nose with the target. Our goal is to train him to choose to touch the target himself, so always wait and let him make the contact. Extend the target and hold it out in front of your dog. Wait for him to touch the target with his snout. This may take several minutes. As soon as he touches the target, pull it up and away and immediately activate the teach and treat. If your dog tries to grab or bite the target, ignore this behavior by moving the target away without giving a reward. Only reward when he touches the target gently. If your dog seems nervous or apprehensive about the target, you can try a small amount of cheese or peanut butter once or twice smeared on the target to encourage him. But make sure to still remove the target as soon as he engages and to immediately reward him using the teach and treat. Repeat this several more times until he touches the target consistently each time you offer it. Now, we'll gradually increase the distance from which your dog will respond to the target. Hold the target out so your dog can still see it, but it's a few feet away from him, and wait for him to approach and touch it. Again, as soon as he touches the target, immediately move the target up and away and reward him with the teach and treat. Once he's consistently approaching to touch the target from a couple of steps away, 8 to 10 times in a row, double the distance and repeat. By now, your dog is familiar with responding when he sees the target. Now you'll add a layer of complexity by teaching him to expect the target when he hears you give a verbal cue. Start this step with the target held behind your back and wait until your dog looks away from you. Say the word target firmly so that you catch your dog's attention and he looks at you. You can use any word you like here, as long as you consistently use the same word to cue targeting anytime you are training. We use the word target to keep it simple. When he looks at you, immediately offer the target where he can see and reach it. When he touches the target, reward him with the teach and treat just as in the earlier steps. Make sure to say the verbal cue a second before you show him the target. If you do both at the same time, he may just ignore the verbal cue since you've already taught him to respond to the sight of the target. Repeat this step until he successfully responds 8 to 10 times in a row. And you're ready for the next step. In this last step, you'll confirm that your dog responds to the verbal cue without you having to manually hide and offer the target each time. Collapse the target down if extended and place it on the floor between you and your dog. Say the verbal cue and immediately reward your dog with the teach and treat when he touches the target. If he seems confused or doesn't touch the target on cue, you may need to go back and spend some more time on the previous step until he is more confident responding to the verbal cue. Once he is consistently touching the stationary target on cue at least 8 to 10 times in a row, you've completed this lesson. See you next time.